Right, we can share it. So welcome everyone, and I don't know if anyone else will join, but maybe Devin said he would. I don't know about Abe, so we'll see if they jump in. But I think we have a couple of action points. We have to talk about the documentary, but generally, I think we should talk about where we are with it. Already, Elliot has mentioned that he actually plans to go to Madagascar in October. October, did I get correctly? So we can talk a little bit about the future, what's planned for CNC Ala. We should have a little wrap up of where we are with our donations, what's going on at the moment from our end, and hopefully we can sort of, get a good start on getting some basic questions answered and some plans made. Is that sounding okay? We got about an hour. Um, Try to keep it short and sweet. That might be helpful. Okay, so maybe from my point of view, just a quick one. And John has probably, bothered you about this multiple times, and we are working on the documentary, and we'll get into that. But in terms of our donations, about the project at the moment, we just wanted, I mean, you are aware, I guess, that we have reached our 100,000 ADA target, which I know was a bit of an arbitrary target for us. So we could reach 100,000 target, even though it was meant to be up to 300,000 euro that we wanted to achieve, but that was always based on ADA being valued a bit higher. But hopefully we have made a bit of a difference. We also know that there is a budget left in the wallet that you haven't really withdrawn anything for a while. I think there's about 30,000 or 30,000 ADA left, which is about $10,000 right at the moment. Hopefully ADA will go up and hopefully you'll make more of a difference, but we don't know. Right. We just hope. So we just wanted to, we've achieved our targets, so that's good for us. What in terms of donations, but of course, what we would like to see as well is if we could get an update from you. And I know we talked about recent reports of where we are with things because people are quite excited to continue donate, and we are continuously donating at the moment. Maybe not quite as large amounts because we are less people that are active after the ISPO finished. But in order for our future plans to work, we'd like to see an update from you where you are things. And I think the most important things for now, I mean, if you can give us a little, summary of where you are, what you're thinking, what you have achieved, and also where you want to go. If you can keep that in, if you want to give us a little summary for 5-10 minutes, that would be fantastic. And then we can go into more details after that, if that's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, yes, that's okay. So yes, as you already said, we have some donations left on the wallet. We didn't touch a lot as much in order to how to say it, to manage the money along the way in case we have to pursue the action more along the year or the next year. So for the moment, we had some little. I'm gonna be very honest. Like we had some little issue with the withdrawing of the money there because Binance stopped the credit card actions in Europe and in Europe specifically. So we had to find another solution, a transitionary solution in order to keep sending money there or withdraw money there. So we found one that is not very good on the long term, but it's working. The thing is, we had some kind of over donations in euros along the year and subventions and subsidies from French government, which come in during the year. So with this, we managed to continue paying the farmers and planting. And the thing is, we using the donations on the wallet to how to say it, to reimburse the money spent on the account in fiat. So the thing is, we withdrawing in fiat and we reimbursing the thing we by withdrawing money here and we putting it in the bank account. So that's why how we do in here in traditionary way. But recently, things we got more smoothly because like we found a way to have like a card on Coinbase. From Coinbase, we saw that Ledger beginning to do a card as well, and every other solutions that we are looking at in order to withdraw from a crypto directly. So when the account will be approved, because like it's waiting a little bit more, and I think it's gonna come in September, end of August, or even more better when I'm going there on October, because I'm going to Madagascar in order to stay there for a long time in October, end of September. It's gonna be easier to withdraw the money there once I get there. So yeah, I think it's like gonna be more direct from the wallet to Madagascar from here and on. But for the moment, like we do in a traditional way through our bank account here in France.
So can
Um,
I just regurgitate just so I understand it correctly? So you have so the some work has been going on, I guess, even
yes,
though it's not planting season.
yes, yes,
Are you maintaining all the farmers
yes, yes,
and basically, okay, so you have maintained the farmers, but you have paid them from other donations that you got from the French government
yes. But
or from the grant?
we reimbursing through the donations on the Cardano donations that in order to keep the activities work going. So
Okay.
now we still on the 12 farmers we have in order to not to reduce what we're working on. The hours working are quite the same. On the dashboard, it was like 16,000 hours worked. It's the same right now because like in November till today, it's the same. We are still on on the same amount of activities. We planned it like as I said, like we have withdrawn, as you said in the beginning, we have withdrawn like an amount of 3,000 or 4,000 euros equivalent in Cardano in from the wallet. And right now we have planted like 4,000 trees from there, for 4,000 plants uh, till there. So it's kind of the same, the 1 euros one plant. It's which is working very well.
Yeah.
And it's quite how to say, like we it's quite how to say, encouraging according to the Cardano fluctuations, and so we are quite good on it. And in terms of activities, there's still like one formation, one training for the farmers per month, one training for formation per month, and we are trying during like the September and during the rainy season when I get there, because it's beginning in September till like the end of the year and the beginning of February. We're gonna like manage to do more. As in order to remember, we have like 3 zones on in Rano Mafana. John saw them when he was in Madagascar and Ramon Manofana. We have like we have the germinator zone with the how to say it, like the nursing and the nursery and so on. We have the autochthone ones with the how to say the root plants and the forest plants, and we have the elementary plants as well. So it's going very well.
Okay.
I had some reports recently that we are beginning to see a very good evolutions of the terrain right now for the moment, and in September we're gonna be much better. So we can see like the how to say, like the autochthons the ones who are like how to say it, like how to say it in English, the ones from Madagascar precisely are planting very well and they're surviving on the land. So it's a very good news. And from the 4,000, we have like quite 1,000 or two, which is ongoing. So when I get there, like I'm gonna manage to withdraw more, so plant more. We hope that it's gonna be another 4,000 or more that's gonna be planted in the next months.
Could I just ask, so I'm just sharing the dashboard. So the last report we have from you, which is a while back, was that this amount of plants have been planted, and that was, I don't know, that's 6 months ago or longer, I think. So when you're saying 4,000 more, I mean, I know where we need your report, basically. That'd be great to have where we are with it now. Where are you saying that you have planted 4,000 more plants in the last few months and on the Ranamafana side?
Yes, on the Run site, like let's say like from because you didn't plant that much on February and March,
Okay.
and February and March or until here in April, because like what my numbers are until April. I'm still waiting for the May and June informations.
Yeah,
So we are doing much more. We've done much more on November, December till February, which is the rainy season.
right.
It's the equivalent to like 4,000. I think it's gonna be much more from the nursing zone, which were like 9,000. We're gonna come on this part, but as we said, like it's gonna be the dry season soon. That's right now in July and August. So the preparing of the land is ongoing as well. So we have the repiquage and the thing that we are taking care of the plants which are already growing there. So in November, October, and in September, no, October and November, till December and February, we think we can do much more. And things like we trying to do for the next steps, like when I'm going to be there, I'm going to find more lands. What's one of my main objectives coming back there is like trying to get more lands, more than 3 hectares, and trying to find like the 100 that we're talking about since the last meeting, because like when I'm not there, it's kind of difficult to find this because Sarah is had some issues, family issues recently, so she couldn't take care of it during the first semester. So in the second semester, when I be there, I'm gonna be focused on finding this part of land that we need to plant more.
So you're looking for a 3 hectare side? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, 100.
Okay, so okay, right.
101, but yeah, some good news. We found 3 other hectares which is next to settle. It's another site, but a very different one. It's in coastal one.
Yeah.
It's a coastal one, not in like Lomrafana, which is a forest, but it's a coastal one and trying to be like more like mangrove and plants that is going on coastal areas and trying to stop the advancing of let's say of dune in a region because it's still in the south as well. It's in the south, but more on the south coastal one and which are touched by outside the climate changes, but mostly by the
Is it
water.
in Manakara? Sorry.
Yes, it's next to Manakara. It's Murundava.
Yeah, so guys, that's actually the main street where the main city, Anna, I forgot the name again, where also Magali lives. Then we're taking that main street to Ranumafana. And after we passing Ranumafana, there's our farm, our food forest. And then we're just taking that main road. There's only one main road going to the coast. You see that on Google Map. It goes directly to the coast, Manakara. So it's close to Manakara, you say?
Yes, it's like you have Fenarantua,
Yeah, Finansur.
Ranumafana, Manakara, and you still continue in Murundava, and it's the city which have the you say the Baobab Alley.
Okay.
The famous one, the big baobab going on, and there's also a huge impact of deforestations and how to say it like on fires and stuff. And on the coastal area, we have a problem of the sea that is how to
Rising.
say it
Yeah.
like not growing, but the level of the sea is
Increasing. Yeah.
advancing, and the dune are advancing to the city. So there's need there because there is no trees anymore. So there is something to stop the dune as well. So it's another site, another challenge as well.
That's
different one
independent
from
from those
Random
100
Fana.
hectares. Sorry, this is independent from the 100
Yeah,
hectares.
independent from the hundreds that I'm trying to find as well. But the hundreds that I'm trying to find is that I can my choice is to find next one to Random Fana, because like
I've
this way the activity is gonna be like it's gonna be more fluid to shift, not shifting, but to continue on a
Much
more
better.
close area. And this one in the free area is quite far away, but it's still in the axis. So if things go very good with the 100, we can do like a kind of the kind of axis where we planting on next to the main road,
Yeah.
which is like
100
a
hectares seems like
very good
quite
way to.
difficult to find,
Yes,
right? Quite difficult to find that
yes,
size because
yes.
I went that main road a few times to Manakawa with other people and also with some locals, and I checked with the drone how it looks like from the street and what they are actually farming there, right? It looks really busy. I haven't seen any forest or something everywhere. Farm everywhere,
Yes,
rice, cassava.
yes,
That's why it
Crazy.
would be good. I mean, if that
yes,
would actually be near the road and it would be
Yeah.
clearly visible, that would be a fantastic effect if in 10 years or so you have that properly running.
yes.
Would that be you getting that land from local, someone who owns it, or from government? Who's that?
From
How's that?
government, like the challenge of this one is very like government wise, which is why it is very difficult, because like which is why there isn't some there's the need of having the executives of the non-profit to be there,
Hmm.
because like in order to what is it, to negotiate the lease, because it's a lease between the government and the non-profit. You have to like have to negotiate, speak, show like how serious you are, and see how serious the government is with the lease as well. Because like if it's next to the road, which is the best option, which is one of the best options, because we can see the plantations. We can protect more easily the trees and the plants. Um, we need like more how to say it, like more engagement from the local government, from the local communities, and more promises from us from our part to bring like work, to bring work activities and economy in this region, which is the first problematic there.
Yeah. Guys, let me try to share something and I'll show you something not far away from Ranamafana, just 45 minutes on the way to
Monaco.
Manakawa. And this is how it looks like. And you guys saw that video also. Let me try to share very fast. And you have a picture idea. Where is it? Here by Gibbon. This is directly from the road on the left side. You see hills and hills. The village I passed is a bit behind us, maybe 10 minutes. The next village or a few houses are also 10 minutes further. And you see like with nobody's working there, nothing is there, right? Some hills and you see in the background. So there are possibilities, whereas no forest anymore, yeah.
I think agroecology and permaculture lends itself to these kind of areas, doesn't it? Because normal farmers want flat land and it's easier to deal with, whereas
Yeah,
permaculture,
behind.
it
Look
requires,
behind that hills where it's
yeah,
starting to get flat a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So
It's
can I,
it's not that easy, because like if you see the on the picture, you see on the first plan there's a lot of rock.
yeah,
You see like the rock, and this part, the rock, the rocky one, are the main challenges, because like we need what we have done in Ranumafana now on terrain. Like we need to make these lands fertile again,
Yeah.
and when it's fertile again, we plant on it, but in agroforestry way, it's manageable. It's long but manageable, but it's the main challenge. And on the other pictures with the baobab, we saw like the cassava plantation and so on, but that's why there's no baobab anymore there.
yeah.
We need like a lot of how to say, like we need like an agreement from the government that say, yeah, you can go and plant more there. and
Do you
as
think
well
they will?
ensure that we can plant how to say it, like nutritionary plants as well, in order to not stop the plantations and so on going on there without like cutting more or burning more lands.
Yeah.
Will the government hold the hand open? Will ask you.
What we are gonna ask is like not to help us in governmentary way, like a subsidies or something, but in order to just like give a part of the land, and we're gonna have to visit the land that they propose, like a flat. It's like a flat, like we visit, we see how it's good, it's gonna be there. My hypothesis, because it's not, it's only a hypothesis for the moment. Once I be there, it's gonna be more clearer, but it's gonna be more like your first pictures, like on the land, and a lot of hills like this. It's gonna be hills that they're gonna give to us, not flat not flat terrain, because the flat terrain is already exploited
Yeah.
in some way, or by a bigger or bigger corporations or so on. But the hills are the ones that they don't how to say it, like they don't succeed to plant more on it, so they give it to NGOs in order to reforest. And I think it's more difficult for us, but it's a good way as well to show that it's possible on land
Yeah,
like this, which we are doing in Random Fund, because it's hills.
it's also hill. I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's nothing new.
Yeah. Okay. So is Ranamafana actually fully planted now? I mean, I'm not talking about the food plants, but in terms of the numbers of plants now, if you're plus 4,000 plus the whatever is there, so you have probably around, I don't know, 20,000 plants planted already on the 3 hectares.
Yes, it's going very well, because like Magali told me recently, and the technicians there told me recently, that it's very going very very well. We have like, if before we had like I would say like 20%, it's going on and more like a 40 and 50% and more on the land. Like we are quite on 60% of the zone, which is very good, because like in the rest of the year we can touch on the 40% that is resting. So yeah, it's kind of fully, it's not fully, but we can say like in 60% it's planted,
Okay.
and it's very good.
And you will
And it's
have some
planted with
kind of,
a more savage one, and savage plants, and so on. So the forest is growing as well, which is a very good news.
do you have any positive feedback in terms of any of the fast-growing food plants? Any yields, for example? That'd be great to just show, well, there was the first. I know this is, you might, but something you planted last year, maybe you had some fruits or you had something that the farmers could sell or you could sell or eat or something like that.
Yes, when I'm saying like it's 60% of the sites, it's in this 60%, it's 50 and more percent, which is food plants. So they are like the trees, the bananas, and the cassava you saw, John, there, and all the things that they planted, like which is food, are growing very well.
But
So
you
we are doing
harvested
like an
anything.
inventory at the moment, in order to see the yields that we are producing there. So
Mm.
I'm gonna have like a more precise number in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, if you include that in the report, that'd be fantastic. Just to see
Yes, yes.
if you already harvested anything, because that will be quite useful in the documentary. If we talk about anything that was already successful, that would be fantastic to talk about in the documentary, I believe. And it's also nice to, just share with the community.
Yes, yes, but and I'm saying like right now, like all the things like the nuts, arachid in France, but it's nuts, pecan nuts and so on, are planting very well. The beans, we have beans,
Mm.
curcuma, and bambara, carrots as well. It's planting very well. So I think we have like a very good way to see that it's planting very good in there, and we have the cassava as well. So people are already seeing results, and the farmers there can already take some part of the harvest. which is a very good news as well, because it's the main objective of the project, to see the first farmer to have like a return of investment from the work that they're doing there. So yeah, in more than 60% it's food, and the food is growing well. So we have results, and what I'm going to ask in the inventory is to have all of that numbered in the next few weeks, in order to give you a more precise viewing of on the plantation. And the rest is all the plants that are from Ranumafana, that is planting as well, very good. So it's going on kind of very good in there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tree
Magali,
plants, the fruit plants are going very good as well.
yeah,
That, as I'm seeing on the kind of report I'm seeing here, but the thing is, like, I need to clean it before going to send it to you.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to see to clean the data before that, but we have orange, granada, a lot of things. Moringa, that is planting well, and noni. I don't know if you know that as well. Mangoes.
Sorry,
So
to just clarify, in terms of the English language is sometimes for me hard to, so when you're saying you are planting or it's planting well, does that mean you have harvested already or they're growing well, or what does it mean when you're saying
they are harvested. No, they are growing well.
they're just
All of
growing,
that is growing
they
well.
have grown very much?
Not harvested, because like we are waiting in
Can
September
I
in order to
can I
harvest.
ask one thing? I think
Yes,
I
yes.
totally forgot to talk about that when I was in Madagascar. I mean, I was to a time there where most of the food and fruits didn't grow. I mean, I saw a lot of, but in an
Mm,
early stage, like pineapple, whatever.
mm.
But I never talked and asked where are actually who's selling or where is selling it. So I haven't any information about that. So everything what you producing there, what are you guys doing with that at the moment? I mean, like I said, I didn't saw many fruit and food because I was to a wrong time, I think, there, right? The season was not for the most.
Yes, but it's like on if I remember the plan, and it's the zone B on the left part
Yeah.
of the plantations. So it was very early when you came here, and like Magali was telling me, because like there were another journalist who came to Ranumafana recently from
Okay.
BBC, who came there to see the person as well. And when she were there as well, she saw like the more of the foot one, and it's planting like it's growing well, as the report saying. So what I'm trying to do as well when I go there is like to put more precise also numbers, pictures, and also videos, and also more to see by myself as well the things, because like I'm in France, I only see data. And
Mm.
in order for me to have a clear view, I need to see it in reality as well. So yeah, next week is gonna be more precise data, but when I be there in October, no, even in September,
Mm.
I'm gonna provide more pictures and videos.
I
Then,
mean,
as I'm going to do a little kind of a vlog there
yeah,
as well, so I'm gonna show everything.
definitely nice. But sorry, I didn't got. I'm just because I talk to farmers, I talk to market people, I talk to other people who are not related to our food forest, right? And I saw many importing nationally from other areas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I haven't talked about what
Yes.
the thing what we're producing over there. Are we selling it? Is someone selling it? You
No, not yet. Because like at our stage, it's better to, because like we still on an inventory stage, if I can say it like this. Like we need to make an inventory. Once the inventory is done, harvest it,
okay?
put the harvest number production on the inventory as well, and there we see how much we are giving to the local community, which is all the farmers and their family on the Ranmafana site. And once we have like more, we have like a surplus, we can sell it. But at the stage that if we sell it right away,
Mm.
it's
So you're
we can see
counting
more
it
of the
in
impact
the
we are doing
farmers
on the
are
local ways.
Yeah, the farmer's getting it and you counting it.
Yes.
Okay,
I
okay,
prefer
get it.
to give it to the first families who are working with us first.
Yeah,
See
sure.
how much they need really on the product. In order to see like because like the main objective is to see the autosufficiency of the people, in order to see like
Mm.
the model is really nourishing people. And once we have like a surplus, we can sell it to the market, the closer one nearby.
Okay. Well, we can continue discussing, John, if you want to jump over for a short time, you know.
Yeah,
We'll
well, we haven't normally one of our other team members going into the space, but I'm the only one. I'm pretty sure they will ask me in a few minutes. I'm not on the stage now, so it's okay.
Okay.
Maybe if you don't have a lot of time, we can talk about the interviews, because like if we have to schedule it in the next few weeks, because like I'm going on a vacation soon as well, as my train was booked. But if I need to go to Germany or some other places, it may be better to speak now. Talk about it now.
Have you looked into that document, Word document, what gives you a little overview
Yes.
with what we talk about, like the narrator, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saw some like thumbnails, right? Some images, so you get an idea what kind of video. And the preview videos, I guess some of them you have already seen. So maybe guys step in, Rick or Chris, but we have to find, we want first to know what actually, well, let's start our side, our way around. So have a look into the interview what Magali has done about CNC Ala, about
Alright.
CNC, and about the food project.
All right.
And then actually you already know what is missing, talking more about the whole situation, more about CNC, more about the project. You see there what she haven't talked about deeply enough, and this is where you can step in, right? So
Yes,
you will
I
not, you can't see that interview now. I think it's 15 or 20 minutes long, the rough cut, right?
Yep.
You see it
But
in the interview folder, right?
yes, but in the document that you sent to me, like the Google Doc, I
Yeah,
can already know which kind of question
because I have
there is a
written
need
the
for me
question she
to
has
speak. Yeah.
answered, right? I have
Yes.
written down, right, that's so this would help us if you see that, and you also see most of the farmers' interviews been very difficult. I will move after our call 2 videos into that folder, and I will send you that link too, or tell you. This is something where you have to look in because it's Madagascar and I don't understand, but
All
we
right.
may can also use something. So if
All
you
right.
see what Magali is actually saying in the interview, I'm pretty sure you very fast can tell what do you want to talk about, right? Because
Yes,
there are
yes, yes.
missing parts.
Yes.
It's yeah. Quick, Rick, Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I was just going to add, do we have a decent or proper translation of Maladi's conversation? It would be nice if that could be properly
I have it as
translated.
text document, I
Not an
think.
AI in translation, actual person properly interpreting the spoken word correctly.
Not yet, but who was it? Vito, he said the French was quite well. So I think for editing it, it should be enough.
Didn't
And
that be useful? I mean, I'm not sure if his French is that good, is it?
sorry?
Is his French that good? I thought Elliot would be perfect.
I have no idea. He said, I think it was
Speaking French
Vito.
or Malagasy?
Well, she speaks French in the main interview.
Hmm.
And the French and English to translate with my video editing and in combination was a bit chaotic with video editing and AI is normally working quite well. So even if it's not perfect, I wouldn't do it now until we well, you know what? When you listen to the interview of Magali, if you see there are a lot of things not correct translated, then let us know. We have to do it different. But if you think it's kind of what she is saying, just the wording is maybe wrong or something, then we can keep that to the end until the video is there and we only translate the parts, what is shown actually.
All right.
So, yeah, sorry, Rick.
I mean, the key thing really, I mean, Elliot, you have read through the script, right? That's
Yes,
what
I see it
yeah.
right now.
Which we kind of, we worked on that for quite a while. And we're not saying this is the final script, but we are trying to work towards it because John needed a good way of stringing the video material together. And we actually asking him to fill in and create things that he might not have thought about when he visited your site in Madagascar. Because we don't want to just have a story about CNC Ala, which is part of the story, but we also wanted to add some of the challenges and the story about why we did it and what blockchain can do about it as well. And that's purely because I think we don't have the capacity at the moment to just do 2 videos. But the idea is also that I think John always wanted to make a video for you that you can use independently if you want to share this, without the aspect of the blockchain. But I think this can be easily cut out, sort of.
With
Not easily, but
way less work later on. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
less work. So we have basically, we are thinking we will make one documentary for a general audience that showcases both what you guys are doing and also how we finance this with our blockchain technology a little bit and how it's happening and the causes for the whole thing. So that's the idea. But the core sections in there obviously are me and Rick, we will, for example, have to still give an interview as well and still meet with John to talk about Climate Neutral Cardano, our group. And you will, if you come over or meet with John, the key thing there is that you have a ready plan, and we will help with that of what the interview is going to be about, because it needs to be in line with the script. But we can change the script right now if there are things that you really want to put in and that Magali hasn't said yet, etc.
Nothing is final what you see. Videos and the
think
script, nothing is final.
and the key things I always consider is for me to make something interesting is like, why do you do it? Why, how do you do it? And then where do you go in the future? So things like we haven't really talked about, we have talked about now, but people want to see, in my opinion, anyway, people will watch this and they should see that there is a problem. They should see that both of us are providing the solutions with funding and, technology of permaculture. And, that has already resulted in some fruitful outcome. And the future looks like, okay, we as a blockchain group will continue to try to raise more funding. You guys have plans to go forward and, improve, get more land. And, you will have to talk about just not
Vision a little bit also,
but
right?
basically, it needs to be in a direction that people find interesting. And then, because at the end, we want them to watch it and feel like, what can I do to help? As a general audience, you want them to feel like, well, maybe I'll go to the CNC Ala website and donate. Maybe I travel down to visit you guys, and help. Or maybe I'm going to open up and buy some ADA and stake that with a stake pool, and then we continue donating to the project. Things like that. So we have the interest of getting people coming to Cardano for environmental reasons. And you guys you want to showcase what you've done already. You want to attract more funding, right? From other sources. That's my thought about this, but this is how we scripted it, and that's what we thought about it. But there have to be key messages. So what we need from you is
Yes, I get it.
a message that you want to convey. For example, we'll add ours.
Yeah.
All right, but what in order to simplify all of that, I
Not
already
easy.
see the questions where I can answer
Yeah.
through the document.
You
Like,
mean not the question for
what are you
Magali,
trying to
right?
achieve and what do you do differently and why? How
Yeah.
important, even with the Q1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can answer it.
Well, that's the question. Sorry, that's the question what Magali has answered, right? You mean
Yes,
that
but
one?
I think like we have 2 different views. Like we have the same one, but different as well.
That's
So
perfect.
I can answer it.
Yeah.
I can read it in some way as well. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch the interview in order not to say the same thing. But what I'm saying, like um yes, I can answer the the six questions in one. But
Yeah.
and you can cut it and you can cut the part that you want.
I mean, it's good
Uh,
if you're talking about the same topic, so I can
yeah, yes, it's
go
the same. But the thing is,
both.
like I'm saying, it is the same. I'm saying we're gonna say the same thing, but I'm from another point of view,
Yeah, but
from an executive point of view.
yes,
As a
yes.
creator of the project as well, I can answer it in another how to say, like in another point of view.
Just remember that it has to work with the documentary. So John has to
Yeah,
keep
yes,
it a little
it's
fun,
gonna work. It's
and you will have to agree a little bit on your story together. I mean, they should be
I'm not
working
like
together.
I'm not afraid that it's gonna click.
Okay.
It's we already did it. It's not that hard.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna answer. You're gonna film. It's gonna be okay.
So
And we
No,
don't need to
there are also things
complicate it.
where I haven't talked with Magali actually, and that's also part. So not only that questions, even if you describing or answering them on from a different view and different things, what we just have talked about, what it will change in the future, right? What's the plan? That's the showcase and things like this. There are some things. Just have everything in mind. Maybe make you some notes. Let them also know to us because it will help us for us to think more about the general documentary before you come over and we do the interview. What is actually apart from that question, what you see there, right?
Yes,
There are quite few things, I think.
for those questions like the future and so on, it's mostly me that have the answer.
Yeah, good. See?
From the why did you start? It's like we have the same idea but different as well.
Yeah,
Because like I had an idea beginning CNC Ala as well before asking Magali to work with me.
yeah.
What we're trying to achieve as well. But yeah,
It's just
the
important that you
easiest
not
way
only
for
look
me
at that
is
question.
to give me the question, I'm answering, I'm preparing it, and I'm gonna film you film me.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
it's the best way. Like that's how I've done it on because I've done like a podcast with someone before during the months earlier,
Do you
and he
have that
asked the same
podcast?
questions,
Can we the same question?
the
You
kind of
have
the
that
same, kind
link?
of the same. Why did I start it? Because Allah and someone and so on. So it's an exercise that I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
Can you
share that with
give
us.
us a link, share, so we can have a
Yes,
look?
it's in
And
French. Huh?
oh, it doesn't matter. I will translate it with AI
Okay,
or whatever,
Yeah.
so we can listen to it.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really good. So in terms of the interview, because I realize now you're going to Madagascar, John is going to be busy as well. Is there a month where you guys can meet up to do this? Because we also need to organize,
Yeah, yes,
here
of
maybe in
course.
London. So are we talking about August, for example, or
End
When
of
will you come
August.
back?
it's a 1 day thing or 2 days maybe max?
End of August.
And
The
middle
end
or
of
end of
August.
August?
End of
I
August.
won't be like free until there
End of August. Does this work for
because
you?
I, I I
I'm
think
quitting Paris before the Olympic Games.
when are the Olympic Games actually? Is
It's
it
the next month,
so in August?
the next week,
Okay, so
in
it's
2 weeks.
already over then.
Yes, it's
Okay,
in 2 weeks.
so I think let me check my calendar, but I think the last well, I'm pretty sure I will be away in August, the beginning, but the last 2
Mhm.
weeks, it looks like I have really nothing planned, so we can get your interview done and maybe because you also said the last weekend on this month is maybe not possible. I already have that not in mind anymore. So then we may do in the end of August the interview also with Ulrich and Chris.
Yes, we can do it like on the weekend of the 23 to the 25 to the 25th of August, or the 30th to the 1st
So you
September.
could on both weekends. You
Yes,
would have
both weekends.
time. Okay.
I
Okay,
can block
that's good.
these 2 weekends.
Can you go
That's
to
good.
Germany for
Yes.
that? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to
If
help.
I plan it like earlier, early, it's gonna be okay.
It's less stress for me because I can beforehand look for a good location and also have a bit time to think to do that. And you could also sleep over here if you want, coming the night or whatever before. I have a little apartment, but a big couch is more like a bed.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, it's less stress for me with all the equipment and stuff.
Yes.
Yes, but it can be like you can also do like
Can
the
come in the
best
morning and
is
leave in the
the
evening.
30th to 1st
30 and 30
30 and 31st. Okay.
August.
or the 6th to the 8th of September. The best.
When is actually the summit? I know that's not the main topic. It's off topic a bit, but is it in September or is it November again? November, right?
Rick, you know, don't you? I think it's November, October, maybe.
Yeah,
Last
it's November.
November.
Okay, good.
So we got
So
mid-November.
let me check again just to have that August.
Yeah, and maybe Rick, we can, if John has time, the last 2 weeks of August, then maybe we can also squeeze our interviews into that somehow, in the last week of August somehow. I mean, it comes down to John, Elliot. We need to help John here because he does this for free, and we're trying to, you know, basically it's all for our benefit and for your benefit, Elliot. So we need to kind of make it work for John because there's a lot of work on him here. So if we can go to him and adjust to his schedule, that's the best.
Yes.
So
I think 30, 31 is good. And even if we, whatever reason we have to do it 1 week later, I'm still free there, and I have nothing what would come between, I guess.
Oh, so we have a
Yeah.
timeline. That's about 6-7 weeks until then, and it leaves us time to think about the script, make sure the story is getting right. Also, John, if you have prepared or any more video material that helps us think or that you need us to look at, you know, then we have a bit of time to communicate that over the next.
All right.
When are you going on holiday? In a week? In 2 weeks?
I'm leaving in the 26th
So okay, my
until
question,
the 18th. It's 4 weeks.
do you think you would have a long evening time to do something for me, for us, before you go on holiday? I
Yes,
mean,
maybe on the first week.
not
First week, because like in the
together,
next one I'm gonna be on bike, so I don't
Yeah.
have a computer with me.
just before you go, because it would help me or us while you're away. So I would give you, you know, I have someone there who helped me to translate, but he was terrible as an assistant. He always talked between when someone was answering. But anyway, I have few interviews in Malagasy from our farmers and few people from the market.
All right.
They are very difficult. So I will not ask you to translate them. I will ask you with your common sense, this sounds not bad. Maybe it's just a sentence or 2 sentences to make some notes and say, here, this woman, that's a 5 minutes interview. The first minutes maybe didn't work anyway. The last minutes, not because 20 kids been around, whatever, but there was like 3 sentences from the woman, the old woman on the market sitting on the ground. What I just know the topic was, she's alone. She has a big farm, but she can't work on it. The only thing what she can sell is lychees, which is why she's on the market.
All right.
So getting that kind of information out of that little other statement interviews I have, I think you are I think you can do that in 4 or 5 hours. Even watching Magalis, you could do that in really only 4 or 5 hours. You have to watch it, make some notes, and that notes helps you to think about your part of interview. Give us also that information, what you think you will talk about, and making some notes about the other interviews. They are really short. They are really short, right? Just so you know. And most of them, I've guessed, very difficult. Not to understand for you, very difficult for us to use it. But I want to see if we can, some of them.
Yes, can do it next week.
Perfect.
In the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally enough.
This week it's impossible, but
If
next
no
week.
problem. If you get it done, if you can do me that or ask that favor until you going in holiday, that
We need
will
that
help
really.
me a lot.
We need that and the report. I'm sorry, Elliot, but we need those things really at some time point soon because we have been waiting a long time. And it would be to keep things going. It's important that we know a little bit what's going on and move
But
things.
the report as well is for the next 2 weeks.
Well, I'm just considering
Like
your.
it's like a
I
huge work.
thought you said you were almost ready. I'm
Yes,
not saying
but
next week. I know you're going to holiday. I'm just saying if you're then going on holiday and then we're talking about the documentary and then we're talking about October or something. So, you know, ideally July, August would be great to have it. But if you're on holiday, I hoped you already have these things ready. I thought that was the case, but if you still have to create that, I mean, I can.
yes, we yes no not next week, but in 2 weeks maybe. But all right, let me watch it in the next 2 weeks before going and send it to you before leaving.
Okay.
And do the focus on the video material. What I'm asking about the report is I know you're thinking probably that you want to do this very detailed because you don't want to redo, but on a very simple level, for me, for us as a group, if you simply just tell us what you just in the video summarized a little bit, how many plants have you planted since then? Where are you at the moment? You know, what are your rough plans? Not longer than half a page is
All
enough
right,
just to get some feedback from you because we
all right,
haven't had anything from you in detail for the last 6 months or so, and we have been sending money continuously. So we need something just to keep things rolling, get the ideas, and make sure we can get our own plans together.
all right.
That's the reason.
All right, I'll send it. I was thinking about refilling the table that we already have.
You can do that too, but if it takes you a long time to do, you
No,
can
I
do that
think
too.
we can I can work on it.
Yeah,
This can be I can work on it or else do as you say like a more summary way.
yeah.
It's you can do it like in before leaving. Yeah.
Just something intermediate, you know, so we have
All
something
right.
to go on.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the final report, you know, it's just because that will be important.
All right.
When we have our interviews, we need to know what you have achieved as well, you know, in a sort of concise way. So we all have the same story. So everything syncs up. Otherwise, if you are giving an interview, no, and we give an interview like a week before and they don't match up, it's going to be tricky, you
Mm.
know, do the documentary and
Yeah,
the
I
story
guess.
behind it,
All right.
right?
All
Okay.
right.
That's that. So I don't want to create stress, but it's quite important to,
Yeah.
you know,
And for the
time flies.
video, I actually thought I already would be finished. I mean, in the beginning, the plan was someone else is doing it, but I realized it's really difficult because also we're all
Everyone
thinking
has a lot
about
to
doing
do.
it perfect.
Everyone
And
has a lot to do. So we need to
yes,
put down things and
and with
on the time. Yeah.
All right.
and I would love to have it before November because November I'm leaving to Africa too, right? So we need to have it finished there before,
Whole documentary needs to be done by November. Yes.
yeah,
Yes, I think
latest.
it's yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
would be really good. I mean,
it's
it's
doable.
I know it. Yes,
And the most work is on John at the end, but we also have to review it, give feedback in time. Each time we delay for another 2 weeks, where then another one has holidays, another one is there, and
Yeah, I get it.
then it takes, you know how it is. It's the same thing everywhere.
Mm.
And I
we
think this will
will
be superb.
we will give you. Do you think you will do the video stuff before next Monday? I don't think so, right? I'm asking because we
Next
will write down
Monday,
some key points what we actually just talked about, like
next Monday, like this Monday?
yeah, I'm just asking
What's
because
the
I'm not
Which
asking
one?
to do it
Welcher Montag? Welchen
next
von
Monday.
next
15th?
the
What's
coming
the
one?
next Monday? Coming one. Sorry.
I think he
Ich
said
möchte,
next week, so next week is probably not on Monday directly.
okay, because then we will give you on Monday a small list of things what we just have talked so that you don't like my question. Please check also if the French is okay. If yes, clear.
But in order to be clear, I don't understand. It's the 15th of July.
We will give you more information on the 15. You don't
All
have
right.
to do finish until 15.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what have you
Get on-
provided? Just you have to, John, you have to be clear about what you want and what
Okay, I
you
will tell it. I will
do
tell
you
it
want
to you.
my
One second. I will tell it to Chris in 1 second. Ich möchte Ihnen nur eine Art Protokoll, was wir heute gesprochen haben, damit er die Sachen nicht vergisst. Er soll sich Gedanken
okay.
machen über die Fragen, die
20
Gedanken,
minutes.
die er außerhalb machen
Okay.
kann. Die Madagaskar-Sachen. Einfach, und wir machen uns auch noch ein paar Gedanken, was wir glauben, was wir von ihm auch hören wollen. Das meine ich. Und das würde ich mit uns am Montag besprechen. Ich glaube, bis Montag wird er eh noch nicht anfangen. Das war meine Frage. Das kannst du gerne.
Aber was er denkt jetzt momentan, sorry guys.
Das wollte ich nicht sagen, ja.
Was er jetzt damit, er will jetzt nur wissen, du wolltest von ihm Videoanalyse. Das hast du gesagt. Und das erwartet er jetzt, das will er nächste Woche machen. So, was du
Nein. Kannst du das korrigieren?
Okay.
Bis er in die Urlaub fährt, hat er Zeit dafür. Für alles, was wir ihm Montag nochmal schriftlich geben.
Okay, so you just want a summary. We should be doing a summary together with Elliot. So which we will give you on Monday, Elliot, right? And Elliot, maybe you should actually, Elliot, you need to write down yourself now after this meeting, just not right now, but just some notes, what you're thinking, if you can. And then on Monday, we will also send you, I think John will send you the video stuff that he wants you to review on Monday at latest, or whenever he can. But I expect that you will, by sometime over the next week, you will have some time to look and spend 5 hours, like John said.
Until you go to holiday. So if you go on holiday in
right.
2 weeks, that's also okay. That
right.
Monday,
Okay,
what I
right.
try to say, that is my weak English, sorry.
No,
I
don't
just
worry.
want to help us that we summarize what we have thought today and talked about it, and you have that also on paper on Monday.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess, yeah. So we just have a summary of today's conclusions.
Yeah.
We also have a recording, so it should be easy enough.
Yeah.
I have taken some notes already. But yeah, so just some deadlines that we have to put in, summaries and so forth, and what we want to do. We should have by the end of next week, sort of cleared in our heads.
All right. If I can clear the point, like what I understand is like you need a report. You need a report, a summary report. You need me to review the interview of Magali and some footage of the farmers and the people in Mafana to see some of the main point on their videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
What do you think is usable? Yes. Yeah.
Until I go to vacation.
Yes, and you're going on
Until
And
you go
confirm to you the end of August as well.
Yes, about the dates for the interviews.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just to
August.
confirm that
Yeah,
it's
let's keep that
31st.
weekend, right?
All right.
31st and 1st September.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
will just have to confirm it, I guess, with his. You make your own plans, right?
Yeah.
And before that, when you come out, because you're going into holiday on the 26th of July, right?
Yes.
You're then coming back 4 weeks later, which is
I can do, but I think I can give the feedback on the videos until the 2 of August as well.
No problem.
That's
That's also
great.
fine.
The
It's fine.
main thing is, I think for the interview, I believe, sorry if I'm wrong, but for the interview on the 30th and 31st, we will have to be clear about what you want to say.
Yes, I think it's doable
Yeah.
before that.
And so we need to figure out at what time you can produce a draft and then maybe share that with us, and we have a bit of time to look and how we integrate that, and if there's anything else we need, because it needs to be ready for the interview day, because there's only one day and we can't do it again.
Yeah.
But
That's the most important.
I think it's doable way before. If I can do it like quickly, I'll do it quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
From
If I
all the
can do it in
tasks.
the first week, I'll give it to you in the first week.
Yes.
I'll try. But
Okay.
what I'm trying to understand as well is on the feedback, on the things that I'm going to say on the interview. I don't need to write down everything that I'm going to say. I'm just going to give you the idea of the things that I'm going to say.
The topic you want to talk about.
Yes, because
yes.
I like to speak more naturally when I'm interviewed.
Yeah, we too. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
But we need to know where in the script it goes, and because John has to kind
don't
of
worry, I
put all
understand.
of this together.
Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
We should not
Okay,
create
great.
a lot of extra things if we already cover it somewhere else.
No, don't worry.
because there's too much work otherwise.
No,
yeah.
no, it's okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Okay, it's just good. We have so
Perfect.
many languages here that it's good to clarify sometimes, so we all understand the same thing. So on Monday we will have a summary anyway, because we always work from Monday to Monday because we have Monday meetings. I do understand you can't always make that, so that's fine. The next time I mean, we don't have to meet maybe before, but we might want to meet one more before you have the interview, maybe
All right.
after you return from your holidays,
Okay.
just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
John,
So when
you
we
have-
talk about what you have given us on information, we have, I guess, until then, a lot of other thoughts brought into it and think about the documentary. So we may, yeah, we want to talk with you about that, I guess, then before you coming over here. So that really, like Chris
Yes.
said,
Okay.
you need to be clear when you're coming over here is one day,
Okay.
or maybe coming in the morning and leaving in the evening. You
All
don't
right.
know yet that everything is shoot then there. Yeah,
All right.
great.
It's good to me.
Yeah. So we kind of, and just understand, we have worked literally for the last half a year, most of the meetings on some aspect of this documentary. So don't expect this to go it's already has taken longer than we thought, and everyone has had to input, and we all had to learn how to do this. John is a director and a filmmaker, but actually we all want a bit more out of this, and we only want to do it once, and we want to probably get super fantastic product and probably overdoing it. But that's just why it takes so much time, to just
Yeah.
we
You
understand.
know, normally, Elliot, it's not like 4 or 5 people talking about a video together and creating it, but that's also new for me. But it's
All right.
fine. I mean, I like it this way, and something
Understand.
really good will come out of it, even if it takes a long
No.
time. Just
And we
think
have
of
a
it.
really good story here. You
Yeah.
did really good work, but now we have to catch up with it as well a little bit. So we are fully into it as well, and we have been doing work in parallel. So let's just get that together.
Okay.
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 Right. I think that's key points. Anyone else who has any key points he wants to raise now before we finish? Because I think we're an hour in or
On
so.
my side, I think, for now.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing from Rick. Nothing from John. Anything?
No.
Elliot, what is it
Yes.
that you need
I've said
anything from
I've
us?
said everything.
Good.
Uh,
Good stuff.
yeah.
So everything is ready. Interview 31st of August for you, Elliot. And John, still have to organize for us maybe in London or, wherever, how we can do.
I mean, maybe we can do it on the same weekend. Let's see, right? Depends.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that might be a bit pushing it, but yeah, we'll see if we can.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, great.
Great.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you
to
very
see you.
much. I can share the
And see
recording, I hope, with
you
everyone
shortly.
in the group.
Yeah.